Hey YouTubers, Grimmy Dragon here, and once again it's review time, and today we're taking a look at the Transformers Power of the Primes, Inferno. Yeah, we're looking at Inferno today, Wave 3, the only Voyager of Wave 3, and he's here. And I was surprised. So yes, he is a repaint of Hotspot. As you can see, a red version of that fire truck, much like Pyromagna. But yeah, this is a very nice one. Inferno colors. Does have the Starscream feet, but yeah, that's okay. And you got the guns on the ladder. And all in all, the paint job is pretty good. Very clear. Got some stickers on there for details, like the fire chief sticker here. And all in all, looks nice. Quite pleased. Ladder does move up, and the bucket moves, so we can do that. Oh. So yeah, you got that, which is nice. And this one does have some Titan Master support, or Prime Master support, because you can plug the Titan Master or Prime Master into the little bucket here. Get him straightened out a little bit better. And they can actually sit in the bucket. And yeah, it's cab. Of course it's going to be cab because I intend to use this for cab's Trendtector once I get the Shapeways part to do so. But we'll put him to the side. Oh, this does look nice. Yeah, you got some light bars, you got some more stickers. Pretty cool. But let's get some comparisons in. And first up, of course, we got to bring in Hotspot. Yeah, the Combiner Wars version. And yeah, you can tell it's the same fire truck, just a different paint job. And that's not too bad. And there is one other fire truck. Again, same mold, but Pyromagna, who has some different parts because of Victorion. But ultimately, yeah, same mold. So it's pretty good. Now let's get these out of the way, and we'll get to transforming him. So first up, going to take off the guns, and Starscream bits, or the Prime Armor. And yes, he does have an Enigma called the Autobot Enigma. Looks like a Viacon symbol though. Go figure on that. But in any case, get to transforming. And this one is actually pretty easy. So we start by splitting this apart, pulling out the legs. And if you remember, you gotta fold it in just right. Plug that in, and it's good. And this one actually has the right plugs working, so don't have to worry about any issues. And yeah, rotate it this way. Rinse and repeat for this leg. And yeah, you fold up the toes, like so. Fold the arms down, like this. Rotate, rotate like this, bring that up, bring this down, fold this part up, so pegs go into ports. And that will take care of that. And then we flip up we'll flip out the chest and flip up the head. And he's done. So yeah, Inferno's robot mode is pretty good looking. And I'm quite impressed. It's not quite the show accurate Inferno we've all been wanting. Still waiting for that, I guess. But it is pretty good. And especially for what they are putting him out as. So yeah, as you can see, the head sculpt is pretty accurate to the character. And, you know, all in all, the body color is pretty close. And instead of going with the box art where they changed up the chest plate, they just used the Hotspot chest and painted it pretty well. Got a couple little bits of yellow, some black. Works out pretty good. And yeah, all in all, the paint is pretty nice on this guy. He's got paint on him. Couple little stickers here and there, but not many. So yeah, this guy turned out pretty good. Articulation wise, you've got a swivel at the head, nice ratcheted elbows, shoulders, in and out, double jointed elbows with a ratchet in one of them. No waist, but you do got nice clicky forward, backward, in and out, thigh swivel. When the knee doesn't undo itself, it has a good bend to it, like more than 90. So that's pretty good. Yeah, he is well articulated. And well armed too. So yeah, you got the two pistols for Hotspot, and you got these prime armor bits. Now the prime armor can actually peg into the ports on the back. Which will give him some added support. Well, added baggage on the back, but you can also use that to plug these guns on his shoulders. So he's got shoulder cannons, which is pretty cool. Or you can put these in his hands, however you want to do it, but it's nice that there is an actual use for the kibble bits. Like the feet parts, or whatever you want to call them. So that, I'm pretty pleased with that. So let's get some comparisons in. I should have thought to get this vehicle mode picture, but oh well. We'll bring in Universe 2.0 Inferno. As you can see, big difference between them. This one's got that more classic chest, although he's got the water cannon, a G2 instead of a ladder. But still pretty cool. And both actually portray the character well. I'll probably be sticking with this guy for myself. But then we'll bring in the other guys. I'll bring in Hotspot, who again, Inferno is a repaint of Hotspot here. And you can tell where the color differences really show. Like this guy's got the blue and red. This one's red and black. Looks pretty cool. And they do look very different from each other, despite having mostly the same bodies. But we also have Pyromagna, who is retool because she has the new chest and the new combined head and the new forearms. But you can still see the similarities. And yeah, I think Inferno is pretty good. But he does have a combined form, so we're going to have to take a look at that. So we'll get these two out of the way and get to getting him ready. Now I have limbs already selected and ready to go, so that'll be easy enough. But we'll start by taking the prime armor pieces and moving them along with the guns. And yeah, since these are the Starscream ones, they do have that fold out peg. So yeah, just rotate these out. So we'll flip down the head, rotate these up. Peg here goes in, well, port here to peg here. Rinse and repeat. So just bring the legs up. There is a peg and port on this side. It clips in quite securely. A lot more secure than on Defensor or Victorion or Bruticus or Thunder Mayhem. Yeah, this design has been used quite a bit. So now we'll just bring the ladder up, get it oriented correctly, open it, and then just like when we were doing Defensor, rotate this down, goes all around, up the back. Hold that down, it will clip into place. These two side bits will also peg into place. And we rotate the head, flip up the helmet piece, and we got our torso. Yay! Oh yeah, flip these two bits down too, or you're not going to get any arms on this guy. So let's get some body parts on this guy. And we're going to have to back him up, back the camera up a bit because he's going to get big. Let's just get that zoomed out. Start by grabbing the legs, which is going to be Rook and First Aid. Get these legs made. then we'll just put them on like so. Okay, get that in. Okay, and then we'll get Alpha Bravo and Streetwise. Plug them in. And what we end up with is a reasonable facsimile to Guard City. And yeah, that's all I can really think of to call him. They didn't even bother giving him a name. So yeah, we're going to go with Guard City. It's not a perfect representation, but it'll do. And yes, Guard City looks pretty cool. I do think that the mix of three Protectobots and an aerial bot work pretty well. You know, like I said, it's not a perfect representation of Guard City. This guy should be a little bit more blue for that, but honestly, I think it works. I do like how the white is pretty consistent on all the limbs. It just feels right. So yeah, look aside, we got a swivel at the neck, universal shoulders, bicep swivel. This one's a little loose. I gotta get some floor polish there. But yeah, you got double jointed elbows, wrist rotation, forward, backward, in and out for the hips, thigh swivel, knee bend, rotation at the knee, and new to these Prime Power of the Primes figures, you got actual ankle pivot. Well, some of the box sets had the ankle pivot when they had special feet. But yeah, it's a rarity. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And you can still combine the two guns to form a long rifle, which we'll put in his left hand because, yeah, that right one doesn't want to cooperate. So yes, he's got pretty good options, and yeah, it's a nice red defensor. So speaking of defensor, let's bring him in, and he's got the perfect effect feet, but don't want to cooperate. There we go. And yeah, they look pretty good next to each other. A little different in arrangement. And yeah, Defensor here has groove. So yeah, but still, they look good together. And they look different enough to count as separate robots, which I love. So I'm very happy with that. So, yeah, we got some nice ones. Very pleased. I think it looks good. And yeah. But for one last comparison, since we got her, we got to do this. We got to bring in Victorion, who also has special feet and ankle pivots. And yeah, the universal color scheme works well. I'd say both of these look good. Hard to pick a favorite, so I'm not going to pick a favorite. But yes, he is a very nice combiner. Even though I still plan to use him as Cav's Transtector. If you want to use this as your Guard City base, like torso, go for it. He's perfect for the role. And I do recommend him. I think it's a great figure. Will work well with your Classics collection if you haven't gotten Universe 2.0 Inferno, because I know some people don't. And yeah, he's pretty awesome. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, let me know what you think, and I will see you guys next time. So until then, goodbye out there, whatever you are.